you do so love to claim that Jews are crying victim. Only 3 schools in Ontario had a combined total of 781 anti-Semitic incidents in the last year. That's a lot, especially when you consider the fact that Muslims had only 28 in the same amount of time, and that's actually a decrease from the year before. So the comparison of Islamophobia, which is a fiction, it's part of the colonization process that Islam uses. They go into an area, they are the minority. They claim everybody is just hating them. As they get to the point where they're almost a majority, what you see in England, Ireland, Scotland, the UK, Europe, that starts happening where they start demanding Sharia law where they are instead of where they came from. They demand it comes with them when there is no need for that law, when the places that they go to do not deny them the right to worship, the right to be who they are. However, in Ontario, I recently pointed out that the Ontario college's teachers decided that they were going to take the Arab lawyers of Canada's advice and start pushing pro-Palestinian racism, which completely says that the people of Gaza are the only people that have the right to be there. If you dare say that Zionism is acceptable, say anything positive about the Jewish state, you're going to be in trouble. In fact, that they discovered that 1 in 6 of these incidents at schools were either approved by the teacher, started by the teacher, or at school-sponsored activities, including the ever-popular Nazi salute, which you all love to claim is the right's job, and the rights are anti-Semitic, don't misunderstand me, but it's the left who decided to join terrorism, join with the groups that are the descendants of the Arabs that made deals with Nazis and are going around doing the Heil Hitler. And that's a very popular thing to do. Now, the schools are allowed to have a person who will be a representative so that you can take your complaints about anti-Semitism, but that person cannot do anything about it. They can tell the person why you're being a bigot, but can't do anything to, discipline you. I don't want to use the word punish because too many people have misunderstood the difference between discipline and punishment. They aren't the same thing. This isn't S&M. Okay? And in 20 years of incidents in schools, 3 got disciplinary action. That says a lot. And let's not forget that October of last year, we had a teacher who told in Ottawa, who told a 6-year-old girl that she was only half human because her father is Jewish. What happened to that teacher? Well, not that long ago, that teacher would have lost their job. This time, they got moved to a different classroom, which means they'll just teach hate to an old new group of students. And nothing gets done for that 6-year-old girl who has been told she isn't really human because she's part Jew. And to prove just how committed Canada is to being anti-Semitic, August of 1933, the idea, it's basically every century, you get the idea of using Jews as your scapegoats. If there's any problems financially, so the Depression happened, the First War happened, and then of course you find out vaguely that the Germans are doing bad things to the Jews, but they're doing bad things to the Jews because it's the Jews' fault for existing. And we had in Toronto one of the worst demonstrations of the Canadian version of the KKK. And now, apparently, they're going to have another one. A reintegration rally. Which I want you to stop and think about who white superior or supremacists really want to reintegrate into their groups, because they don't. They don't want to. And according to the people who are going to be doing this little rally, they want to go back to Jews can't buy property. They certainly can't buy it in property where white people are. Because we are only considered white. Like I will frequently tell you that I am melanin deficient. I am one of the whitest Jews you will ever see. But I'm only white because my people got driven out of the Middle East thousands of years ago. And it's only a fool that thinks melanin stays active when you're no longer in sun that's equator based. And as a final, France, who I have over and over and over again pointed out just how anti-Semitic they can be, has complained that the United States' diplomat has said they're not doing enough about anti-Semitism. And I will point out to you, again, people, please, will you get this through your heads? The bloated felon is not supporting Israel because he likes Jews or because he believes in Israel. It's only supporting Jews because the Democrats chose the terrorists.